From the 15th of July, 2026, yesterday, buy now, pay later is officially regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. That checkout button is no longer being treated like a harmless way to delay payment. It is credit, and lenders must now take more responsibility for what happens before and after you use it. Before we explain what changed, subscribe to UK Wealth. We explain the UK money rules affecting your income, spending, savings and future without the confusing language. Now, you have probably seen buy now, pay later when shopping online. You choose an item costing £200. Instead of paying £200 immediately, you split it into 4 payments of £50. There may be no interest. The application takes seconds. And because the first payment looks small, the purchase can feel more affordable than it really is. But the price has not changed. You have simply committed part of your future income. The danger begins when one agreement becomes several. You might have £30 due for clothing, £45 due for furniture, £25 due for cosmetics, £60 due for a phone, and another £40 due for something you bought weeks ago and almost forgot about. Individually, each payment looks manageable. Together, that is £200 leaving your account before rent, food, transport, energy, and other essential bills. This is why today matters. The buy now, pay later market grew from around £60 million in 2017 to more than £13 billion in 2024. The FCA says about 10.9 million UK adults used it during the 12 months leading up to May 2024. So, what exactly has changed? First, lenders must now check whether you can afford the repayments. Before offering a regulated agreement, the provider must carry out a proportionate affordability check. This means the lender should consider whether you can realistically repay the money without causing financial difficulty. The process should still be quick for responsible borrowers, but approval should no longer be based only on how quickly you can press the button. In practice, some customers may receive a lower spending limit. Some may face additional questions. Others may be refused. That may feel frustrating when you want something immediately, but being refused a purchase today could prevent missed rent, overdraft charges, or debt problems next month. Second, lenders must give you clearer information before you agree. You should be told how much you are borrowing. You should see the amount of each repayment. You should know when every payment is due. You should be told about any late fees, and you should understand the rights and protections attached to the agreement. This matters because interest-free does not mean consequence-free. You still owe money, you still have payment deadlines, and missing those deadlines can create financial problems. The new rules are designed to make that clearer before you commit. Third, lenders must offer support when customers struggle. If you miss a payment, the lender must contact you and explain what has happened. If you are experiencing financial difficulty, the firm must provide appropriate support. Where suitable, it should direct you towards free debt advice. The government says people in difficulty should receive support before being pushed towards debt collection. That is an important change. Previously, many customers viewed buy now, pay later as something separate from ordinary borrowing. But if you miss several payments across several providers, the financial pressure can become serious very quickly. Fourth, you now have access to a stronger complaints process. You must normally complain to the lender first, give the company an opportunity to investigate and correct the problem. But if you remain unhappy with its response, you may be able to take your complaint to the Financial Ombudsman Service. That gives you access to an independent service when you believe a lender treated you unfairly, gave unclear information, or handled your account incorrectly. Fifth, Section 75 protection is now available for eligible purchases made using regulated deferred payment credit. This can allow you to seek a refund from the lender when something goes wrong with what you bought. It brings these regulated agreements closer to the protections available when paying with a credit card. But there is an important detail many headlines will miss. Not every type of buy now, pay later is covered. The rules apply to deferred payment credit provided by a separate lender. For example, you buy clothing from one company, but a different company supplies the credit. That third-party credit agreement is now regulated. However, when the retailer itself provides the interest-free payment plan, that agreement may remain outside this new system. There is another major limit. Agreements taken out before the 15th of July 2026 remain unregulated under these new rules. The protection is not retrospective, so an old agreement does not automatically gain the same rights simply because the law changed today. You should also understand the type of credit being discussed. The FCA calls it deferred payment credit. It is interest-free credit repaid in no more than 12 installments within 12 months. Other buy now, pay later products that charge interest may already fall under separate credit regulations. So, what should you do before using buy now, pay later? Start by asking one question. Could I comfortably afford this item without splitting the payment? If the answer is no, pause. Spreading the cost does not reduce the price. It only moves the pressure into future months. Next, check every agreement you already have. Open each provider's app or website. Write down the remaining balance. Record every payment date, then add all the monthly payments together. Do not judge affordability one purchase at a time. Judge the total amount leaving your account. For example, 4 payments of £25 may look harmless, but 6 separate agreements at £25 each mean £150 is already committed. That is £150 you cannot use for another bill. You should also avoid using buy now, pay later for regular essentials. If you repeatedly need credit for groceries, toiletries, or basic household costs, the problem may not be the payment method. It may mean your normal spending has moved above your income. Using new borrowing to cover that gap can make the following month even harder. Check whether the lender is authorized. Use the FCA firm checker, search for the company, check that it has the correct permission to offer unsecured lending. Some firms may also operate through the FCA's temporary permission system while completing full authorization. Set reminders for each repayment. Keep enough money in the correct account. Avoid opening several agreements through different providers. And never assume that a payment is affordable simply because the first installment is small. There is also a wider question. Will regulation make buy now, pay later safe? It will make lenders more accountable. It will give consumers clearer information. It will create affordability checks. It will provide stronger complaints rights, and it will require better support when customers experience financial difficulty. Those are real improvements. But regulation cannot make an unaffordable purchase affordable. It cannot increase your wages, it cannot reduce your rent, and it cannot stop you from opening several agreements unless you decide to control your borrowing. Used carefully, buy now, pay later can help spread the cost of a necessary purchase without interest. Used repeatedly, it can turn next month's income into money that has already been spent. From today, the provider has more responsibility, but you still make the final decision. Before pressing that button, add up what you already owe. Check the payment dates, consider your essential bills, and ask whether you would still buy the item if you had to pay the full amount today. Because whether you pay now or pay later, you still pay. Do these new rules make you more comfortable using buy now, pay later? Or do you think the service still encourages people to spend money they do not have? Tell me in the comments. Subscribe to UK Wealth for clear updates on the rules affecting your money.